about a story about when I was dating Christy, who's now my wife. We started dating when she was 22, and I was already in practice as a chiropractor. And when we were going out, I noticed she was taking Tums a lot. She had Tums like in her purse, Tums in her glove box. She was popping Tums left and right. I thought she was a Tums addict or something. I didn't know. So finally I asked her, I was like, hey, what's with all the Tums? Why are you taking Tums? And she said, oh, I have heartburn, really bad. And she remembers having heartburn at the age of 9. Like, who has heartburn at the age of 9? It's a long time. So from 9 to 22, she was having this kind of daily heartburn, popping Tums a lot. She saw relatives eat Tums. She just thought it was a normal thing. So I said one day, well, did you know that you could have a problem in your spine and that could cause a problem in your stomach and create that kind of heartburn that you're feeling? And she was skeptical. She was like, no, I don't know about that. And I showed her this chart, which is one of my favorite charts. So T6, which is in the middle of the spine, between the shoulder blades, is a vertebra that comes, that lives in the middle of the spine. And the nerves come out of that area and go to the stomach. And one of the things that can cause is heartburn. And I asked her if she had pain between her shoulder blades there at that spot, fully expecting her to say yes. And she didn't. She didn't have pain there. So I said, well, let's check it out and make sure there's nothing wrong with that area. So we did a full workup. She was still skeptical. This was new to her. So we did a full workup, and we discovered that she had, among other subluxations, she had a subluxation right there at T6. And so I put her on a care plan and started treating her, and about a month into treatment, we were out again, and I noticed she wasn't popping Tums, and I said, hey, how many Tums are you taking these days? And she was like, oh my gosh, none. I'm not taking any. So from that day forward, she didn't have that chronic heartburn all the time. I mean, when she was pregnant with the kids, it was different. Her stomach was like pushed up to here, and she felt some heartburn, but not that daily chronic heartburn that she was struggling with so badly before. So to this day, she does not struggle with that heartburn. We keep T6 healthy, so her body can work like it should. The body's amazing. It does what it's supposed to do when we remove subluxations or remove anything else damaging our body. What we eat, take out the bad stuff, give the body the good stuff, and it can do what it's supposed to do.
So moral of the story is?
Come get your spine checked, because it doesn't necessarily cause pain to have a subluxation. You could be walking around for 15 years before you feel any symptoms. You could walk around and not feel it, but you will always have some sort of health issue if you have a subluxation, not necessarily pain. So for example, people today, this time of year, are really struggling with like hay fever and allergies and stuff like that. And they don't have pain in their back or their neck. But if you look right here, up high at C2, which is really close to the base of the skull, C2, the nerves go over to the eyes and the ears, sinuses, and it can cause sinus problems and allergies and stuff like that. So what we don't realize, sometimes we walk around with these health issues and we think we need an antibiotic to heal us, or some sort of drug, or maybe even a supplement that might help, sure. But the real cause could be from the spine, so it's really important to get the spine checked.